Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ismi NUR AZIZAH with NPM 2021-25003889, and in this video I'm gonna talk about education for academic speaking task 3. Yes, I am a college student at University Indraprasta PGRI. I took the field of English education in college. Yes, I am having online school at the moment, but I have also experienced offline school as usual. When I graduated from high school in 2019, everything was still normal. All students went to school in the morning, studied in class, and were taught by the teacher face to face. Even then, it was trying a new system for graduation exams and following the new educational curriculum. But in 2020, when I was in gap year and working to gain experience, everything changed and started implementing the online school system. I have a brother who was still in elementary school at the end of the day, who was going to undergo the graduation exam. It was chaos and confusing because of the change in the system, but now everything has become a habit for the students. Yes, online learning is still popular in my country today. I think some countries are still implementing this system because of the pandemic that has been going on since 2020. Not only schools, but initially offices and shopping centers also implemented an online system. But now everything has entered the new normal. Schools have reopened and students have also returned to schools. Many offices and markets have reopened as well. And I'm excited to experience an offline school that will be held on my campus, even though it's still a hybrid system. I could say it's 50-50 because when learning through online there are many obstacles, starting from the internet network, explaining the material that is difficult to understand because the teachers also have the same difficulties by the students, limited learning media, etc. Whereas with face-to-face learning directly, everything becomes more efficient, does not waste time, and the explanation of the material provided will be clear. Also, especially if there are assignments that require grouping, it will be more difficult in online learning. Not all students are active to work together. They can disappear and are difficult to contact to work together on group assignments given. But the students who are still running the online learning system are still working on this condition. Actually, there are so many differences. Online learning has many obstacles, ranging from network problems and internet connection that sometimes not supported. The learning system is less efficient for me, especially if there are group assignments, material description that are limited in media and time, or etc. However, with this system, students who are outside the area can still participate in learning at the same time. While with face-to-face learning, students can interact directly with other students, with teachers, and can digest learning materials well and more efficiently. And for me, personally, I prefer face-to-face learning. Also, a fairly visible differences between the two learning systems is that with the online system, the tasks given by the educators are far more numerous, difficult, and sometimes confusing compared to face-to-face learning system. Maybe it's because the educators want their students to stay active in learning even with the online system. But sometimes there are times when the assignments given are inefficient and burdensome for students to do, such as the group assignments I mentioned. Maybe if it's done in face-to-face learning system, it will be easier because students will interact directly with their groups to work together. Discussion will be much easier and their presence will be seen so that it doesn't burden only one person in the group. This is often experienced by many students who are still learning the online system. Yes, I do. Even though I'm currently majoring in English education, so far I've been in school, I've always liked art and crafts because in the lesson it requires creativity to make crafts. I can learn music, culture, dance, colors, design, and etc. Well, if I have more time and another chance, I'll take it. But I won't continue the higher education major that I'm pursuing right now, but maybe I will take another major education such as psychology or majoring in fashion. The reason why I want to take another major in future is because for me, education and science itself is very bored. Maybe I can get it from books or other things from the internet, but I want to study it more specifically and in depth, which is not all explained and can be applied easily from this media. If I have more time and a good opportunity to continue my education, I think it's the right decision to to take another major besides being able to develop my skills and knowledge. I can share the knowledge I get to other later. Yes, I do think so. Education is very important for children because as a support for their future careers, they are also equipped as humans. Education does not only provide material knowledge such as mathematics, histories, and others, but also provide life knowledge that can be useful for every child. Although knowledge cannot only be obtained for school, it can be obtained for anywhere, even from each other personal environment. As well as education is still important, even though in the midst of the current pandemic where the learning system is limited, it should not be an excuse for students who are currently studying. The best advice for me is to stay motivated even though you are still in the online learning system and don't waste time because the time period is quite a lot. For example, I love crafting. I will try to make handicrafts on the sidelines of my time or I buy books about whatever that I can buy to fill my time and still be useful for my knowledge. And I think that's enough for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.